Welcome back, all my thrift shopping children. You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown's weekend show, bringing you Hollywood home on a budget. We're once again at JB's Cigar Bar and Lounge, decked out for the holidays here in Clifton, New Jersey. While dark and handsome inside, it's not really dramatic, which is why we're here to level up the drama with one sexy Citizen Kane. Oh yes, all my children, bow down to your mother.
Thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Do you remember earlier this week when I came down here to do the special birthday Fork On The Roadshow? No cigars were smoked during the making of that video. By me at least, I don't smoke, or drink for that matter. However, if there was one person who could possibly get me to share a cigar, it would be Susan Lucci, a cigar aficionado, and all my children fans around the world call her Queen of the Soaps. Yes, Erica Kane, cigar in hand, is sporting the October 1999 cover of Cigar Aficionado Magazine in its TSR debut, retailing for $4.95 here in the States, $5.95 in Canada, $6 in Cuba, cigar capital of the world. Just ask Tony Montana or Fidel Castro. However, I'd rather you ask Tony Montana. And £5 in the UK. That's right, Cigar Aficionado, a magazine all about cigars and the luminaries who like them. This just so happens to be the beginning of the revamped Cigar Aficionado magazine, with headline columns contributed by real luminaries in the fields of sports, journalism, finance, and more, like Peter Mayle, Terry Bradshaw, NFL legend, Chris Matthews, journalism legend, whether we like him or not, and Mario Gabelli. JFK and Castro, the Cuba debate, bourbons, quarter coffee, exotic pens, and perfectos. But really, by and large, I'm here for Erica Kane. So says a person who's not really into soap operas. Once in a while for a good laugh, but you know what? It's no laughing matter when this smoke show knows how to smoke out the competition, like she did at the 1999 Daytime Emmy Awards. And because this issue was timed around that particular show, oh yeah, there's gonna be some Emmy talk, where the streak finally was broken. But first, legends are larger than life. You'll get more about the revamp of Cigar Aficionado from editor and publisher Marvin R. Sakin in the Insights column, but I want to highlight the late great Tony Bennett. Legends are larger than life, especially when they dine on larger-than-life steaks, chops, and other meats at Morton's of Chicago. The legend, the steakhouse. Tony Benton was a longtime Morton's guest in San Francisco. Earlier this year, I went to Morton's at the Shops at Riverside and Hackensack to do Open Wide, the cookbook by Betty Blanco, Selena Gomez's now husband. Link for that is below. There's also a link to check out the part 1, if you will, to this video, which was the birthday roadshow here at JB's Cigar Bar and Restaurant. Now we move on to Suddenly Susan, Suddenly Golden after 19 tries. You remember that? At the theater in Madison Square Garden, Samara Moore saying the streak is over. Susan Lucci finally winning the big one. Outstanding lead actress in the drama series, Erica Kane. Mostly spurred on by the storyline where her daughter, Bianca, was suffering through an eating disorder. And of course, that 4.5-minute standing ovation from the Madison Square Garden faithful, which executive producer Dick Clark allowed to go on uninterrupted, only spurred on by her emotional gratitude for her cast, crew, family, and fans, of course. She talks about all of that, the reception from her colleagues following her Emmy win, her work ethic, a day in the life filming All My Children at ABC in New York, how soap operas differ from primetime dramas on TV. She also talks about her marriage, her family, her upbringing in Garden City, New York, you know, the usual rigmarole, and her first taste of a cigar, which, fittingly given her husband's Austrian roots, was in the Austrian Alps, 2 years prior to this. That was when Lucci had her first taste of a cigar. And she thought of it as a wonderful experience. For me, it could be a wonderful experience close to death, although that would accelerate it, but to each their own. There really is no denying that, even though she's rather petite, Susan Lucci is smoking hot. Breaking news! Hey! A birthday dessert! And it's on Donna, who's the manager, who doesn't want to be filmed. By the power of Erica Kane, I command you, Flame, be defeated! I can't have a thing for every hot soap opera celeb I see. If I do, I wouldn't have time to be fair and balanced. Not Fox News fair and balanced. No. There's also a profile on Davey Johnson, Los Angeles Dodgers legend, the development of record label Windham Hill Records, Windham Hill, and some of the artists on their label, which represents fine music for fine listeners, including George Winston and his summer album released on Windham Hill Records. I'll have that below if you want to see my review. There's a profile on America's most secluded gambling convention out there called a Blackjack Ball in Las Vegas. And there's even a cigar tasting and buying guide from around the world. Then again, inflation could sure be a major buzzkill. Given everything you just seen, I'm gonna award this, good amount of publicity here. I can't lie. 5 out of 5. The maximum. You'd be a real stooge not to share a stogie with Susan Lucci. At least by reading this. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.